Yeah, Julie's like, I'm gonna go yell at that man to go keep count.
Sorry, I literally had. That's crazy.
You're fine. I was just saying that that's what you're gonna do. Be like, you keep your voice
Listen, if
down.
I
God damn
hear
it.
another voice in someone's background, I'm just gonna respond. That's just what I do.
I was on a call
Yeah, Julie's like, I'm gonna
earlier,
go yell.
unrelated to this. I was out in the hallway of like my apartment, and I could hear my phone from all the way.
All right, we are live once Julia comes back from Yale. That we will get into.
Where is the Zoom link posted? Or not the Zoom link, the YouTube link.
It's on the radical, so it is unlisted. I can make them public if you would like.
Or we just send it to the player announcements so they can share it to whoever. Just make that easy. Just if we trust you, well, we just trust you not to watch it. If any of the other people, the other three of them want to share it too, they can. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, any of them can share it. Okay. Okay. So have we all is Joanne here?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I don't know if she's okay, cool. Have you figured out what we are doing tonight for your final challenge? If you may not guess, it is Jeopardy. How this will work is that we will spin a wheel. That will be the first person who have control of the board. After that, it'll be whoever answers correctly. We have a buzzers that I will send you shortly. Mike, did you want to go over the rules? You want me to just do it?
That's right. I'm your host for this Jeopardy challenge tonight. Hey. Just quick rundown of the rules. I need your guys' hands to be in frame at all times. There is no Googling, no looking anything up, no use of like ChatGPT, which I would hope y'all wouldn't use anyway. That's right. No. I'm going to read the question twice. I forgot what I was saying. I lost my script. I'm going to read the question twice. I'm going to ask that you guys don't buzz in until I'm done reading it the second time.
Yes, and I'll keep the buzzer locked. I did send a buzzer to your player announcements chat too, so if everyone can actually open that in the meantime. If you need the code, I can also put it in the Zoom chat.
And I can also, Jay and I are also in the buzzer room thing to see who does buzzing first.
Kevin, can you get your very on theme wheel up while we wait here?
Where did we go?
I don't know. Mr. Falk.
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. Damn.
I was like, Mr. Falk.
Hello. Yes. Any chance to give one last appearance to the wheel, I will definitely take. So there you go.
Yes, we need to determine who is going first on our lovely.
Okay. Everyone could just
make sense.
And if all four of you can just buzz in once you're there, just so I can make sure that you can buzz. Just hit that blue button that says buzz.
Yep. Oh yeah, if you guys want to do that. It does make a noise if you want it to make a noise. I like it because I'm obnoxious, but you know.
Do we need to be like unmuted the whole time? So
preferably.
I would say yes.
Okay,
I would say
I
yes.
just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So no one get offended if you hear Fred. Okay. But I totally
7.
We understand.
We'll get down the soundboard. 7, 7, 7.
Mike, no, we're not doing that.
Wait, so here, I do have a microphone, but this does not work. It is not plugged in because I'm in public.
Joanne, did you have a question?
I'm in public
Yes.
housing. I want noise complaints, so.
So someone chooses like a category on the board, but then anyone could answer. Is that how this works?
Yeah, so only the person who is like buzzing in is responsible for like answering the question. But let's say like you get the question right, like you were the last person to go, Joanne, you would then, and you get the question right, you would then choose the next category.
Wait, that didn't make sense to me.
I was gonna say I don't think that made sense. It's basically like basic Jeopardy rules apply. Like, whoever got the last correct response is the person to pick the category,
Exactly.
and and then it's open ended for anyone answering the question. There are no daily doubles or anything, so there's
No.
everyone
I'm
is
not
eligible.
familiar with Jeopardy really, so that's why I'm
Joanne,
asking.
it's basically it's make it take it. If you get it right, you get to pick what we're doing next.
Yeah.
But anyone can answer anything. There's
Okay.
really, yeah. You just get to say like, let's do this category, but
Okay.
anyone can answer anything.
Kevin, we could.
Kevin, we can see the stream.
You can see the stream.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me.
Where's the?
Oh, what the fuck?
Put up that AMC account. Let's see what you got. What you're working with.
I know what I did.
Also-
There we go.
Also,
where-
one more thing. Good, Coach. Go ahead.
Where is the stream?
It's on our YouTube. Just look up
No,
Radical.
it's streaming live right now. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
here
send-
I could. Good.
look up
Do you need me to send the
Survivor.
link?
Look up Survivor Radical.
Do you make it public?
I did not. I'll do that now.
The buzzer.
Okay,
Let me
that's
go up.
okay,
Let
that's
me go
fine.
off. Let me go off screen share real quick and make it public.
That's why it's not sharing.
Well, actually, don't, because that might ruin my chances of getting on Survivor. Can you
The buzzer disconnected for some reason.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know
was
if it
gonna
was
say
just
just
me.
disconnected.
No, I thought it was I thought it was just me. Okay, I'm gonna remake one.
We're
remaking one.
remaking one, you said?
Yeah, just because it
It'll
won't let me
work.
do
You
anything
can
else.
get back in if you refresh.
That's fine. I just
No.
Let me see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
Or
Also,
apparently-
one more thing.
Unable to
answer-
join room with this code, so
Answer who in a form of question. So who is what is?
are we penalized if we don't?
no.
Like, are
We
you?
will no, but we will be like, hey, can you answer in a form of question?
We will try to
remind you.
enforce it as much as we can, but if you don't, it's fine.
Yeah,
I just
we will be
wanna
good.
make sure.
Also, yeah, Kevin, can you just send the link to the players' announcements?
I did.
instead of me?
No, I
Cool.
did.
Yeah, because if Survivor sees this, I don't know, because I've heard they're not very great about orgers, and
We've had a bunch of Orgers cast on Survivor. What do you mean?
they don't talk about it. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can be on Survivor Orger. You just can't like visibly say it.
That's dumb, but okay.
Jeff
All
Probst
right.
says it gives them an unfair advantage.
I highly disagree, but
That's-
anyway.
It's Jeff Probst we're talking about.
Oh my
He's
god,
already
guys!
Let's spin. Go ahead.
Let's start.
The Dragon Slayers in this
let's
game.
spin that wheel.
Yeah.
I need to pull up the new buzzer. Hold on.
All right, it looks like
Also do not have the new buzzer up.
Girl, I'm still working. I was distracted. Okay.
Joanne will be picking the first category.
Well, I'll get those as soon as I have the other buzzer open.
Okay. So you said read twice. Once it's read twice, the buzzer will open up.
Yes, I will be on top of it, open it up. So
Okay. I just want to make sure. I
Yeah.
heard
Without
everything.
further ado, I will pull that up and if it would let me. There we go.
And also, if you want to, I will allow you to have the buzzer in hand as long as your hand's in frame. Like if you need to, like have your phone in hand or your second device, I will allow that. Like just so you can. Well, trust
this
that
is,
you're-
like,
we
this is
operate,
fine.
we operate on a trust system here, so
yeah, like that's fine. 'Cause I
My
understand, like
hands on my buzzer.
You'll you'll be able to tell that I'm not typing. Like I will like
yeah,
grandma one
Yeah,
finger
yeah.
of the buzzer.
yeah. But I also know if
is
it's
there
like
Final
over
Jeopardy
here.
or no? Did you say Final Jeopardy or no?
Nope, just regular kind of
there's the Final
basic.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, but I also know like if you have to go down the buzz, it may take some time. So don't penalize anyone for that. But yeah, no Final Jeopardy, no Double Jeopardy. Just what you see here.
What you see
Is
here is
Jeff.
what you get.
Okay.
Oh, I noticed there's a typo down here. My bad. Let me fix that.
Desmond is making an appearance again.
Oh, well.
There we go. I think
You see, Alex, it's not just you. We all do it.
But yeah, let me introduce your categories here real quick. We have American Idiot musical trivia, just a few questions about musical itself. Trivia about the album American Idiot. I couldn't decide between both, like one or the other, so I did both. We have Green Day Potpourri here, just any random facts about Green Day that don't have to do with the other two categories here. We have Green Idiot, just a bunch of random stuff that has to do with green. And lastly, just Survivor US trivia, because why not?
Yeah.
I do believe the wheel landed on Joanne, so the floor is yours.
Can I get American Idiot musical for 300?
Sure. What is the name of the location American Idiot takes place in? Again, that is, what is the name of the location that American Idiot takes place in? Julia.
The city name is Jingletown, USA.
That
One
is
question, please.
correct.
What is Jingletown,
I
USA?
should know that.
Representative from no, we ended that.
Um,
All right, Julia. Next, what is the next? Question.
I'll test the waters out on Green Day Potpourri for 100.
Sure.
Can we unlock the? Oh no, I get my fault. I'm used to a different buzzer. I'm sorry, Jay. That's my fault.
You're fine. You're fine.
I think yeah. All right, so I'll pull that back up. Name one of the current members of Green Day. That is, name one of the current members of Green Day. Julia.
Billy Joe Armstrong. Who is Billy Joe Armstrong? There I get the who is.
Correct. Yeah, I also have Mike Dirnt or Trey Cool.
That's the other guy.
All right.
Green Day Potpourri for 200, please.
Of course. True or false? True or false? Green Day was a 4-piece band at one point in their career. That is true or false. Green Day was a 4-piece band at one point in their career. Joanne.
False?
That is
What is false?
No, it's true. They had Jason White as an official member from 2012 to 2016, and for the albums.
Do other people not
Wait.
get a chance to answer it, or
Due to the nature of this question, I cannot allow steals. It's a 50-50.
So is that only for true or false type questions?
Yes. If it's only for true or false. Good.
Okay. So if this was a normal one, Slater as the next one to buzz in would have gotten the chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to clarify the rules on that.
Yeah, you can steal as long unless we state otherwise, pretty much.
Okay. Was curious.
There should be one, at least there should be one other true or false in here, so
Oh,
that's just a heads up.
I didn't know
Okay.
I'd lose points for getting it wrong.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay, I'll just do same category for 3, please.
So I think this is the other one. True or false? Welcome to Paradise is only featured on one studio album. True or false? Welcome to Paradise is only featured on one studio album.
wait, Jay, you said that you
Yeah.
opened it after the second question.
Yeah. So sorry. I thought he read it twice. Okay,
I'll count it in because I already read it.
I wasn't
3,
gonna buzz in.
2, 1, and go.
I wasn't gonna buzz
Buzz later.
anyway.
I'm gonna go with true.
That is false. It is on 2 albums. It was on Dookie, but before that, it was on Kerplunk.
Man, we're fake fans, y'all. Fake fucking fans. Well, I guess then
Throw it back to Julia.
same for 4.
All right. What is Trey Cool's real name? That is, what is Trey Cool's real name?
Watch it be.
Do we want
I
to
hope
call time
it's-
on that?
Watch it be Trey Cool.
I really hope it's Trey Cool.
We'll call it dead.
All right. Do we want to call it dead?
Yeah, I feel
All
like
right.
I think.
All right. It is Frank Edwin Wright III.
You know, that was my next guess.
Y'all really taking a dookie on Green Day, apparently.
I don't like Green Day.
I like Green Day, but I guess I'm a casual. Let's finish it out. Let's put us out of our misery.
Who was the original drummer for Green Day? That is, who was the original drummer for Green Day?
I was just looking at this too.
Me too.
Just vote.
Yeah, I feel like time is yeah.
I think if no one does it in like 5 seconds.
That's why I was counting it down.
Is
We're
it
gonna call
like
it dead. The original
John
drummer was
something?
Yes.
John Kiffmeyer. He's only on one album. He's on 39 Smooth Out Slappy Hours, whatever they call it.
Smooth. It was 39 Smooth.
I think I named something else.
Okay, let's
39
do the musical for 4.
Sure. In 2010, the score of American Idiot the Musical was deemed ineligible for a Tony Award in what category?
Are you reading it again?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to read the question a second time. I knew this would happen. In 2010, the score of American Idiot the Musical was deemed ineligible for a Tony Award in what category? Julia.
Best original soundtrack. What is best original soundtrack?
I will still give that to you. It was best original score because less than half of it was written for
the musical. Okay.
Nice.
I'll do the musical for 5.
The show featured all 13 songs from the American Idiot album, 5 songs from 21st Century Breakdown, and 4 songs from other sources. Name 2 of these 4 songs not from either of the 2 albums I just said. This is a long question. I'm not reading this one twice.
Name 2 of the 4 songs not from American Idiot or 21st Century Breakdown.
I'm putting my
Okay.
phone down. I'm not Googling.
All right, and Candace and Mike, when you're ready.
I'm ready. I
Just
said
count-
it's a long one. I don't feel like reading it twice.
Yes, no, just count us in. I'm saying something now.
Oh, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, no one's answering.
Y'all are crazy for this.
That's a crazy question.
We have favorite son. What are favorite son? Too much too soon. When it's
Good
time,
riddance.
or good riddance
That
time.
was a crazy question.
Good Riddance is the only one I knew. Like, because obviously I know what album that's from.
It's what most people call me.
Let's go American Idiot the album for 100.
In what year was the album American Idiot released? That is, in what year was the album American Idiot released? Slater.
2004.
That is
What is
correct.
2004?
Don't worry about it. I'm inconsistent with it too on these answers. You'll see.
I'm so
So
bad.
I'm not penalizing for that.
Let's do album 400.
Who sang lead vocals on the song Homecoming? That is, who sang lead vocals on the song Homecoming?
This is some shit only Mike knows.
You didn't say they'd be easy.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna call it dead.
All right.
Mike Duran.
This is actually kind of a trick question. They all 3 members sang on it.
Lead vocal? How could you be a lead when that's crazy?
Mike Vaccaro can go fuck themselves.
It was they sang. It was like a what do you call it? Like layered singing, so they were kind of all singing at the same time. It's like a
It's
group.
like it's
So Green Day. Green Day sang all the lead vocals on the Green Day song Homecoming.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Basically.
Yeah.
All right,
that was mean.
album 300.
These questions.
Which song on the album is considered not necessarily about the story told in the concept album of American Idiot? That is, which song on the album is considered not necessarily about the story told in the concept album American Idiot? Slater.
Jesus of Serbia.
That is incorrect. Do we want to call this one dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Wake Me Up When September Ends. It's about Billy Joe coping with the death of his
Oh,
father.
that
was my second guess.
That makes sense.
All right.
I feel
200.
Not
silly.
for the general population.
I feel silly, low key.
As of 2026, this song is the only song to win both the Grammy Award for Record of the Year and the MTV Video Music Award for Video of the Year. As of 2026, this song is the only song to win both the Grammy Award for Record of the Year and the MTV Video Music Award for Video of the Year. Slater.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams. What is Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
That is correct.
I knew that. What?
500. Finish it out.
Oh, I agree with this one. What was American Idiot originally called, and why was the name changed?
And we need both parts?
Yes.
Well, fuck me.
It's a 500. I gotta make it difficult.
That's fucked.
I forgot
That's
to
a
read this.
two-part question.
What was American Idiot originally called, and why was the name changed?
Why was the name changed?
I know what they're called. I'm interested to know.
Yeah. All right, Mike, go ahead and reveal it.
All right.
They're sweet children.
What was Cigarettes and Valentines? And it was everything changed because it was an entirely different album, and master tapes were stolen, so they just scrapped everything.
Crazy.
That was a different album, though. It wasn't American Idiot.
Yeah, it wasn't that one.
It wasn't those songs.
It was the original American Idiot.
It was
They
Well,
released
it's called the
songs.
original era
Eddie.
because, like, I think that
Get
would
him,
make
Joanne. Get him. Get his ass.
maybe just like the original era. Like, what was the original era that American Idiot took the place of? Maybe would have been the better question.
Yeah, that
maybe?
question is not
No,
good.
either way, no one
Anyways.
got it, so.
No,
Get his
this
ass.
was asked correctly. Listen, like this
Okay.
is
All right, let's go 100 musical trivia.
In what year did the musical American Idiot officially open / debut on Broadway? In what year did the musical American Idiot officially open / debut on Broadway? Joanne.
2010.
That is correct.
Ooh. Oh,
Coach, when are you gonna get in on this fight?
I'm lagging,
I'll
so
do-
like anytime I do buzz, it's gonna come in last.
I'll do musical 200.
All right. Which member of Green Day occasionally performed in the musical, and what character did they play?
This is
Which
200.
member of Green
Another
Day?
two-parter.
Which member of Green Day occasionally performed in the musical American Idiot, and what character did they play?
Mike said this is your final immunity challenge. We're really gonna fuck
yeah.
with you as much as we can.
Shut up, Kevin. Julia.
Who is Billy Joe Armstrong, and he played Saint Jimmy?
That is correct. It was Billy Joe, and he performed as St. Jimmy.
I'm really scared to see what the green trivia is, but let's meander on over there. We'll just do green for 100.
Y'all aren't ready for this one. This is the color associated with Christmas that isn't red. This is the color associated with Christmas that isn't red. Slater.
What is green?
Correct. It's literally green.
Nailed it.
Just vote. I'm tired of this shit. Just
200.
This is the last song on the Seussical album. I had to give a shout out to someone on this call real quick here.
Mike, I fucking hate you, but anyway.
This is the last song on the Seussical album. Slater.
What is green eggs and ham?
That's correct.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
300.
Excuse me.
Thing. When feeling this emotion, you are typically green with it. When feeling this emotion, you are typically green with it. Slater.
What is green with envy?
What is envy? Correct.
400.
Released in 1975, this 10-minute guitar jam is one of the band Outlaw's biggest hits. Released in 1975, this 10-minute guitar jam is one of the band Outlaw's biggest hits.
Is this like the Lowe's song or something?
It is not. Mike, go ahead.
This was Green Grass and High Tides.
Or
Finish it out. 500.
Finish it out. This food is often claimed to originate as far back as 2030 BC in Mesopotamia, while other sources claim that they were made for workers building the Great Wall of China. This food is often claimed to originate as far back as 2030 BC in Mesopotamia, while other sources claim that they were made for workers building the Great Wall of China.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
This was pickled cucumbers or pickles.
that's so interesting.
I was not going to get that. All right. Survivor Trivia 100.
What color buff is the most frequently used for tribes as of season 50? What color buff is the most frequently used for tribes as of season 50? Joanne.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say green.
That is not correct.
What
This
do I
is
have to
the-
lose?
This is the $100 question.
Yeah.
Slater.
Slate.
What is yellow?
Also, that is also incorrect.
I shiver my timbers to see the next ones.
Oh, no, I know it.
All right, Mike, go hold that.
Is it blue? I feel like it's blue. I didn't
Oh.
buzz, but it's over, so I'm just shooting a guess.
All right, Mike, reveal it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
It was
called
blue.
it.
It's
Yeah,
used
I
33 times.
I thought it was blue or red. I just didn't feel comfortable.
200.
This season is the only pre-New Era season to not have any returnees from it. This season is the only pre-New Era season, so 1 through 40, to not have any returnees from it.
Oh,
Julia.
yeah.
I want to be fair. I did not. It was open before you finished, and I
Yeah.
definitely buzzed. So I think you should count down
Yeah.
again. I just want to say, like, for fairness.
I saw it after. It was
This
finished.
season is the only pre-New Era.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Coach. Or Densa.
Idols. What is Island of the Idols?
That is correct.
Yeah, I was just like,
39.
I definitely
Pre-New
buzzed
Era.
before you finished answering.
Pre-New Era to not have any returning. Oh, okay. I understand the question now. Not on it, but from it.
From it.
5.
Who is the 31st winner of Survivor? Who is the 31st winner of Survivor? Julia.
I just want to clarify, this is the 31st person to win Survivor.
31st season, we'll say. The 31st
31st season?
31st, yeah, like the season,
No.
yes, but no, wait, I would say 31st person to technically win Survivor season wise. So, like, when I clarify this, we're counting Sandra as 2 separate wins. That's what I'm saying, but yes.
Yeah, this was a J question.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is who is Jeremy Collins?
That is
Correct, isn't it?
incorrect, I believe. I'm so sorry. I
It
forgot
is
what
incorrect.
loophole.
Incorrect.
Like I said,
Yes,
this is a J question. We all worked on
Yes,
this.
it is incorrect, Coach.
Yeah, so then it would be Michelle Fitzgerald.
That is correct. Because Cambodia was recorded first, so therefore, technically Michelle won before Jeremy did.
I wanted this to be like the
quick $500 question.
Still before.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do 3.
3.
Yep.
Just want to make sure I heard you correct. All right. This player is the last woman to win in an all-female identifying Final 2. This player is the last woman to win in an all-female identifying Final 2. Julia.
Who is Parvati?
That is correct. And this is Micronesia. And now we have our final question here. This player was the first person to give up individual immunity at a tribal council. This player was the first person to give up individual immunity at a tribal council. I have Coach first.
Who is Jenna Maraska?
That is correct. And with that, I believe we have Denson winning final immunity here. So congratulations.
Congrats.
With
Damn,
11
what a
winners.
comeback.
Come from behind. Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes, just a few questions, and you know.
I figured Coach was waiting for the Survivor question.
So how long do y'all want to decide? You want like
I don't know.
we're not gonna be too long tonight, so I'll give you like 7 or 10 minutes. Which one do you think? Flip a coin.
I'd give them 10.
10?
Yeah, give them
take
10.
10
Give them
minutes.
10.
I
that's
think
fair.
10's fair.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
I'm going to hop off camera here. This suit is very hot. It doesn't work that well, so we're getting out of this thing.
Oh, you didn't say, is this a vote or?
Yes, we are voting.
Okay.
It's a vote.
Yes.
Jay hates fire making. We'll just leave it at that.
Double checking.
Yeah.
I don't know how we want to do this. Do we want to like speed date?
Yeah, I'll go into a room and we can everyone can kind of come in one at a time and we'll just do it like that.
Okay.
Well, if it's a vote, I mean,
It's a
because
vote,
you'll
not-
go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just go to breakout room 1. I don't.
I'll go to 3.
Y'all, this tie is stuck to my neck.
Oh no.
Go for it.
Then we're all gonna be in separate ones. What the hell? I don't even know what's happening.
I started working on that like 3 months ago. And I'm very proud of the turnout of it.
I think it turned out well. That green one is literally the brain rock category then. So like why are you so happy? Why are you happy? Did you see me? Is that what you happy? You looking at me? You notice I looked at you, right? You happy? Yeah. What?
I feel like I feel like I know a little too much about Survivor in the sense that I knew I wanted a trick question like that to be the 500 of like you technically want.
Mm-hmm. But I did specify it because the way it was written.
Loophole in mind.
Yeah. But I was like, if it's 500, I feel like it shouldn't have been a 50-50. That's kind of why I changed it. And I was like, hey, like, you know, like, because I feel like if you see a 50-50, then it's like, oh, well, it's not the one I think. You know what I mean? For a 500 especially. But that's why I kind of specified, like, we are kind of...
We did it better. We're like, well, technically.
Yeah.
Because you also have a sense of if you count Android.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I specified that. I'm going to go ahead and take Bella out. But yes.
But I think it's if you count Sandra, if if you just count Sandra the winner as just Sandra won. If I remember counting correctly in my head. I love a good Jeopardy. That in Rewrite the Stars, Jeopardy is where Kevin's famous subterfuge meme came from. Now I can finally open up and enjoy my refresher over here from Duncan. I did a.
Just getting a refresher at 9 at night.
Yeah, I like a refresh. No, I got it at 7. Just haven't been able to.
Actually, okay, but you're still drinking it at night. Mike, it's going to keep you up.
That's fine. I don't want to fall asleep on Zoom. Do these things even have caffeine? And how was I order 101? Now I have a sticker on my cup that says Mike V 101, which is a terrible category for anything. I did a mixology. I got strawberry dragon fruit and black cherry and put some vanilla shots in there. And I chose oat milk for a base, which is basically like a daydream refresher without the cold foam.
Yeah.
Because they don't deliver that on DoorDash, and I have been invested in our mini here and didn't want to stray too far away from it. It's been pretty good, I'd say. From a prep perspective, I'm having a good time.
How much time does the players have? Nice.
What happened?
I asked how much time they had left.
I have no idea. I have not been paying attention. I promise I knew what I was talking about with the cigarettes and Valentine's question. They documented. They have like documentary footage of like the story of all that happened. They put it in Green Day Rock Band, and that's what gave me the inspiration to go look into that. Just as like, well, I Googled it and then read Wikipedia just to verify it, but like I knew American Idiot was originally meant to be another album. That because the tapes got stolen, they instead of trying to recover what they did, they just scrapped everything and built and created what we know today as American Idiot. I'm telling you, I locked in for my Green Day trivia. That's been one of my favorite bands since I was like 11. Which American Idiot was the new album and everything when I was that age. So it's been quite the fun childhood with that. Here's Jay.
Just a reminder, we'll come back at 9 or 8:50. Apologies, 8:50. If someone didn't want to go to the bathroom, where is she?
She wants to join.
She does. Like, you say hi to Bella, everybody.
We should have her.
She's camera shy. I'm gonna change my shirt really quick if they come in.
Rubbing your ass, please. Sit off of me. Sit. Sit.
Give them TREATs because they haven't had it. I don't know. I thought
I think she's out.
what? Good.
So,
I mean, but she first she has her ice one.
I'm gonna do that. Go for it. Bit.
I
He's
didn't
running
talk
over.
to Julie.
Boy,
You know whose ass is running over? It's starting to claw at you.
do that. Oh,
Sorry, I was talking to my fiance about that. But we are all here. All right. He's not too far away, but coach, congratulations, you have won final immunity. How does it feel to have secured your spot in the final three, where you'll be able to state your case?
Well, Jay, I usually pride myself on saying touchy subjects is my challenge in these games. So when I got second yesterday, I was kind of down on myself. But if there's one thing that I'm better at than touchy subjects, it's trivia, specifically Survivor trivia. So I'm really happy that was kind of thrown at us at the last second. The only thing better would have been the blindfold challenge. Yeah, it's been a long 3 days. I've had a lot of fun playing with everyone. It's been quite a wild ride, especially the last 2 days. I keep thinking back to Code Names, which was an adventure on its own. But now we're here, and the last vote's always the toughest. And I'm just hoping that however it plays out, that whoever's there with me, the last two people, are given a fair shake at everything.
Alrighty, fair enough. And Joanne, so as many of you seen, most of the time Radical has votes at Final Four. If you know me, I hate fire. But with that, we've seen a 2-1-1, we've seen a 2-2, we've seen plenty of 3-1s. Where do you think that this vote can go any of those directions? And what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
anything can happen, really. It's Survivor. You could think something's happening and believe what you're told, or honestly, not even going off of what other people have said to me, but my own brain is kind of crazy right now. So, yeah, let's just see how it goes. I think it's possible that it could be 2-2, though, for sure. Could be anything.
So Slater, do you think that when you do a vote at Final Four, it's a little bit more complex? Because most of the time I feel like there's at least there's kind of two duos make it to a Final Four, and that person's going to pick the other one. Do you think that kind of makes it more complex? If more so, maybe someone has to make a decision, or maybe someone's going to stay loyal. Like there's a lot more that goes into that decision than necessarily a fire making.
I think with this particular Final Four, I worked with all three of them in this game, so I'm happy being here at Final Four with this particular three. So, like, honestly, no matter which way it shakes out, like, I think we did great as a group, and I'm happy whatever the result ends up being.
And Julia, as one of the winners, set up Final Five, the great very first winner, Ian Moorhead, once said at Final Five All-Stars, said the exact same thing, and it applies to Final Four. Is it possible everyone's name's been thrown out? Because, for an example, if you are talking to Slater, Coach Immune, you're not going to throw out yourself. The only name you're going to throw out Joanne. But if you're talking to Joanne, the only name you throw out is Slater. So do you think it's a possibility that literally all 4 of your names were thrown out in breakout rooms?
I'd hope they were. I mean, I'd hope they were because that means everyone is like thinking critically through their options. I mean, you would be stupid to not think so. There's 3 of us eligible to get votes. There's 4 voters. There's only so many combinations this could go. Like, yeah, duh.
All right. Well, with that being said, does anyone else have anything to say or any last minute pleads they would like to give before we get into the votes? All right. Go ahead and vote in your prod chats, and I'll be back when I have them. Zach, Ashley says hi. Hi. He said hi.
Daisy Dog is being especially evil right now, and she keeps sniffing the ground in a pee-pee manner.
Oh no!
She's gonna piss me off, pun intended.
I knew that dog was the demon.
If Bella did, I'd be like, bitch, I fucking dare your ass.
No, she's
That
so
little-
small.
that
She must
little-
have she must
little-
have like a little peanut bladder. I can't even imagine. Like,
The little devil dog.
imagine you weighed 11 pounds. How big do you think your bladder would be?
I wish I
Tiny.
weighed 11 pounds. All right, last question I have for the final 4. What is your least favorite song of all time?
Least favorite? My House by Flo Rida.
Can I put out a hot take on this one?
Of course.
American Girl by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Nasty take. But I respect your boldness.
It's because I'm a local. I hang around with like a lot of local rock bands around here, and every other fucking band plays that song, and I'm just so sick of hearing it.
My House probably isn't my least favorite song. It's just the first song that comes to my mind because of how disgustingly overplayed it was when it came out. Oh,
And then it
God.
was like in every Big Brother commercial for like ever. And it was really annoying.
I was muted. I hate We Are Young. Was it by Fun?
Fun.
I
Yeah.
hate that song so much.
Fun dot.
It's the worst. And probably because when I was in college, it just played all the time. And then Delta Sigma Phi did a lip sync to it during Greek Week, and I hated Delta Sigma
Oh
Phi.
boy.
I always say "Happy" by Pharrell Williams is
Whoa.
not a song I like.
Like Happy.
No,
I find it very annoying.
Kevin, you're so real for that
You
one.
hate happiness?
I rescind my previous statement about American Girl. I just remembered that Blurred Lines exists. So there's
Oh
that.
yeah, that would.
But the thing is, you can't pick any songs that are like actually like controversial or
Controversial,
bad.
true.
It's like,
and
what is?
also, I like that song.
I do too, but it's like, what is your least favorite song that like there's nothing actually like? Because I could say like a Kid Rock song, but I'm not going
Yeah.
to. Like, you have
Yeah,
to pick an
there's
answer.
nothing. Yeah,
Rock
nothing
sucks.
really controversial about it. I mean, certain artists, their tone of voice annoys me. So,
Well, I
I'm
wonder
gonna
if this vote will be controversial. Jay,
Yeah,
go
I'll
ahead.
shut
I'm
up.
gonna say, if you just throw it in there, I'm gonna throw in Uptown Funk. I hate that song.
Oh,
What
no,
song?
Hot take.
That's a good one.
Uptown Funk. I hate that song.
Oh,
'Cause-
strange.
Look, I used to have an alarm clock and I used to play on the radio, and every single morning my senior year of high school, it would play. So one of those things.
Is there like something I can see my thumbs down on Spotify?
There is.
Don't
Uh,
Stop Believing is another one I don't necessarily like.
Can someone kick Mike off of the call, please?
Yes, please.
Thanks.
I will. But anyway, I'm going to read the votes. Person voted out. We'll have a few moments to say what they want, and then they'll have the jury. First vote, Julia. That's 1 vote, Julia. Next vote, Joanne. That's 1 vote, Julia, 1 vote, Joanne. Next vote, Julia. That is 2 votes, Julia. 2 votes, or 1 vote, Joanne. Sorry. Next vote, and next person voted as Survivor American Idiot, and the ninth member jury will be decided by fire. Because next vote is for Joanne. So
You got me.
I do it every time there's fire. So it's like, come on, you gotta have fun.
Do I need to get anything for this?
Nope, we are.
Okay.
It's going to be an all black jigsaw puzzle.
Actually,
Yes, 30
oh
pieces.
God. Is it gonna be in
Where-
the announcements?
I was gonna ask you, where do y'all prefer me send it? Here on Zoom, or do you want it in the announcement chat?
The announcements, please. If that's okay
Sure.
with you, Joanne.
Sure, exactly. And then once you guys open it up, I'll have you put your hands up, and then I will let you know when to start. So once you you may open up, then just put your hands up so you're not starting or anything.
The announcement.
And I will say you are allowed to use ghost mode if it helps for this. I don't know if it will, but anything the website, it's Jigsaw Plants. Anything
I
gives
can't
you.
imagine it would.
Yeah. It just makes you feel more comfortable. So I use it on this, but
It's only 30 pieces. It shouldn't be
I'm
that
opening it right now.
okay. Sounds good.
Hold on.
Oh, I thought.
They just
Yeah,
he
you're-
said you or they said you could open it if you.
Oh,
you
okay.
Yeah, they said you
open
could
it?
open it.
How these bitches do this in 2 minutes and 10 seconds? Fuck
Just
my.
I say you can. I can say you can open it just because some people's computers have more lag and it's there.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, it's okay. You both ready?
Mhm.
Sure. Good luck, Joanne.
Good luck.
And you will send it back to the player announcements chat, or when you're send it back. Can you? I don't think you talked that. So send it back to the homecoming chat when you're done, so we can we'll have that open and watch. So if you want to get that
How
open
do
on
we-
whatever
So
So,
it's like,
like
I'm just gonna.
the homecoming tribe chat. That's yes.
Okay.
so when we're
Yeah,
done, will it have like a share the like final link or something, or
You take a picture with your phone or whatever. Take clip with your computer or whatever you can, and just send into that chat.
to the homecoming chat?
Yes.
Okay.
If you need to open that on your phones or something real quick, I will allow that too.
Yes, that would be
Yes,
great.
yes.
I'm
So because I know you, so you have to
illiterate.
find it. Julie, do you want to open up on your?
Already did.
Awesome.
Closing out of any incriminating tabs.
All right, both ready? Thumbs up. When ready? All right. Joanne, ready?
Mhm.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. You may begin. Radical classic, but one of my favorites, the all black jigsaw puzzle. Fire making, gotta make it a little bit hard.
Oh god.
Some big argument.
Both like extremely focused. Those pieces are not easy to find.
Done.
And congratulations, Julia. You have earned your spot in the final three, where you'll get to plead your case alongside Denson and Slater, which means Joanne, after two
That's
very
insane.
tough days in a mini and a lot of fun, you do come the ninth and final member of our jury. What do you want to say?
Ooh, I was only like 30% done, so and I had a feeling because I'm not that great at puzzles. It's been so much fun playing with you guys. I'm glad I at least got to try instead of just getting voted out. Thanks for trusting me in that last vote, Slater, and good luck to you three.
All right, Joanne, if you could just turn off your camera for a second. Talk. Well, Julia or and Dunson, Slater, and Julia, you three have made it as far as you can, and you now get to plead your case. This is up to you. We have 4 breakout rooms. The jury will get 1. You 3 can decide if you want your own rooms or if you just want to sit in a room together. Totally up to y'all. I know so we had final 3s who wanted to sit together and kind of kumbaya, but you are totally open to use each of the breakout rooms, one for yourself. So
How
you
does
get
it?
like 10 minutes.
Oh,
Go
to
ahead.
like think.
You think, yeah, you think we
I'm
give you
so
think.
confused.
No, you get we give you time to think, and then jury like 10 minutes to kind of talk whatever they need to talk out because they have as much time as they would. Like they do
so
many
basically, you told us we have 10 minutes to prepare whatever we're going to say.
Yes.
Do you guys want to just do separate then, or?
I don't care. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Take your own room. I will say we'll give the jury 4 just to make it easier.
I'm going to go to 2.
All right, I'll go to 3.
And where's the jury going?
I think
4,
Jason,
so-
they're going to 4, so I'll go
Can
to.
I stay here? I think it would actually be much more beneficial for me to like shit talk with Kevin or something.
Okay.
You can
So I'll just
you can go to room number 1.
Okay, I guess I'll go in room number 1 then.
Mhm.
No, he's going to room number 1. He's in room number 3.
Wait, where
3
do I
it
go?
is.
The jury?
Yes, you go into the jury room, which is number 4. So anyone who's on jury, feel free to go number 4 and go ahead and talk.
Oh.
So that way you're not on live talking or anything, just to be safe. Again, jury the jury is in room number 4. So if you want to go ahead and join there, if you're just coming in, anybody. Right. Hello, Cassie. The jury's room number 4. Just talking. If you want to go ahead and just go talk with them.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, everyone, do that one more minute, and then we'll come back. So like 9:15, whenever that'll be, we'll have you head on back over here. George, if you're coming in, go ahead and head off camera, if you will. Benji is now joining us. But yeah, you're on jury, head off camera. I'm going to actually grab your all right, if we could head back in. Awesome. Actually, you know what? You don't need them open. I can close. Oh, perfect. All right.
Guys, I thought we agreed we were changing into our good outfits. I'm wearing my finest trivia beer shirt.
I'm wearing a shirt for definitely the right band for this theme.
They're cousins. It's close enough.
Alrighty, well. All right, so as we do this, I forgot to say this earlier. Coach, I'm sorry, but you do get to decide order for as final immunity winner for opening statements. Keep in mind, we will reverse it for closing. So whoever goes first goes last, and whoever goes last for opening goes first and closing. That makes sense?
Yeah. So Slater. Wait, what? Am I already inebriated?
What was that?
I said, am I already inebriated? I'll go last at the end.
Okay. So you go first for opening.
First here. Okay. And then we'll do Julius Slater.
Okay. So then Slater will go. Okay, awesome. So that's so the order will be for opening you, Julius Slater, then flip for close. Cool.
So just to quick walk it through, how long do we each get?
We get 7 minutes for opening, 5 minutes for jury, 5 minutes for closing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You don't need that long. You can take it, but take it or leave it. But yeah, give jury for a few minutes. Yeah.
Right, I'll go off cam for Slater's. Coaches. I'll go off cam for coaches.
Go off camera. All right, and yeah, whenever you're ready, just let me know. Oh. All right, and whenever you start talking, I'll start the timer. So whenever you're ready.
All right. Am I gonna have the time up here somewhere?
Actually, I can do that if you would like.
Please. All right, Jay, you can start. All right. Hello, jury. What a fun 3 days we just had. I know that first night kind of felt like it went on forever, but yesterday and today have definitely been the org thrill that I was seeking when I eventually signed up to play this about a month ago, maybe less. And it's been a pleasure meeting the people that this is the first time in a long time that I didn't know a lot of the cast. So I was very thankful to meet a lot of you, specifically Steve and a few others. And talking about the game. So usually in minis, I'm just blackout drunk the entire time and just kind of see what happens. Now, normally that means final five-ish, and then I suck at challenges and I kind of go home when I need to. This time around, I had one drink per night. And it was really just putting in the work as I normally do of getting to know people, especially being on a tribe where we didn't go to tribal all but once during that first night. And so it was just picking people's brains about what goes on in their lives, finding out what makes people tick. Because in a best case scenario, we don't ever have to go to tribal. So I need to figure out who I want to work with based off of the conversations that we're having in these breakout rooms, especially since we're all in one breakout room. So my goal was to lead conversation the entire time. This is exactly what I did. Every now and then I'd sit back and let someone else take the reins and lead a conversation so I can observe how people reacted to each other and how they answered certain things so that I have kind of a gauge of what was going to happen that night going into day two. The Benji vote part one definitely caught me off guard. I remember sitting in the room with everyone saying there was no way he was going to go home. The fact that it did, it's someone who I really wanted to work with, at least for a portion of this game. It really sucks. So I was happy to see him come back at the end of that night. Jacob was someone who both us in the breakout and in the winners breakout rooms, as well as me just knowing who Jacob is, immediately became a social threat for me because in this community and especially in this game, Jacob is someone that I kind of see as we always do great together, and we also always do great against each other. And I felt like this was probably going to be one of those games. When I found out that Jacob was talking to other people at the beginning of day two and not me when it came to game, it's like, okay, so we're just going to do it like this time. And I was totally fine with that. So I remember at one point we saw Jacob, Andrew, and Slater sitting in a room. It's like, okay, that could be a thing. It could also be, Benji's prod team, Jacob could be in with that. Jacob could be in with Julia or whoever else. So I just always try to keep that in the back of my mind. I also heard things about Cassie. I'd never actually interacted with her before, but everything that I heard about her came true in this. One of the sweetest people I've met in this community. And so the fact that people kind of clocked her as a threat right around touchy subjects, it's like, okay, yeah, she probably has to go soon. Benji, another person where I've been around Benji long enough to know that at some point Benji's going to have to go. And then when he did come back, it's like, okay, how many rounds can this happen? But the ultimate goal was to eventually break up the Jacob Joanne duo that was living in my head. My goal was to see, if it were true. So the round that Alex left, which I did not vote for Alex, the round that Alex left, it was me, Alex, and Joanne in a breakout room. And I told Joanne, hey, I'm hearing that, Jacob and Slater are throwing your name out there just to kind of see how she would react. And if she reacted in a way that felt like she was hurt or, felt betrayed, I would know, okay, for sure, these two are together and this needs to happen soon. So when we go into tribal and Joanne says, hey, I'm starting to hear things and it really hurts because it's someone that I felt we were working with. Like, okay, cool. That means Jacob has to go next round because we can't have these two making it past final five. And thankfully, Jacob doesn't win at that final five, and we can kind of go into final four. Now, elephant in the room. One of the big buzzwords in this community is Friendviver. People use it all the time. And people are going to say that me and Julia did Friendviver for this. Well, I'll tell you this. This is probably the 10th time that me and Julia have ever played in a game together. This is the only time that we've actually worked together to the end of the game. What normally happens is we say we're going to work together. We eventually go after each other, or some fuckery happens and one of us gets taken out or the other. This is the only time that we have ever actually worked together from beginning to end. And even then, when we came into the game and I saw, hey, we could be doing this, I still didn't trust her because I had a lot of org PTSD of shit that she's pulled on me in the past, specifically when we played Survivor Brooklyn South, which Andrew was at, where I felt like me and her were good, and then she blindsided me right before the swap. Code Names was the moment that I realized me and Julia could actually work together, because once the merge happened that night, we got on call and we were both, it's kind of talking about how crazy that challenge was. And we decided, hey, let's just try to see how far we can do this. Knowing in the back of my mind, she has these groups, some that, most she actually told me about, but just knowing she has other people that she's going to be working with. And I had my people as well. I had what I refer to as my Jocks Alliance, which was me, Julia, Andrew, Slater, plus Joanne. And then I also had my Black Annie / Cameron Diaz Can Go Fuck Herself Alliance with me, Julia, and Joanne. And I was going to stick to both of those unless something happened that I had to vote against. Definitely the Andrew round. Obviously, we both said it at Tribal. The only reason I voted for Joanne here is because she voted against me during the Jacob round, and that was it. Like, I was fully locked in on doing that 3 towards the end. I think that I have done an amazing job at playing the social game, the most important aspect of this game. Strategy, I kind of just pick and chose when I want to say things. I'm not going to sit here and make deals with 1,000 people, because I don't want to have to break those deals. Anytime that we were in a breakout room and someone said, okay, it's us 4, it was never me saying it. It was always me saying, yeah, sure, yeah, whatever, cool, because that's what you have to say. But I never was one of those people to say, let's do this, because I didn't want people to be butthurt when I'm the one that goes against it. So I hope that you guys give me a chance. Please bring whatever questions that you have. I'll answer them honestly. And yeah, I'm looking forward to everything. So that's my time.
Me, yes. Right? Okay. I'll
Yes.
wait till my little timer's up on the screen. You can just start it whenever. Okay. Am I good? Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you for playing this crazy, silly, fun game with me. This has been a very turbulent period of my life. And this is like the first thing I've done since I feel like I've gotten out on the other side. And it's been really fun. Weird to say that a mini has been like calming to me, but it feels nice to be back in the thick of it and having fun with all of you. I think the best part of my game was my positioning. Up until this final 4 round, there was no point in this merge phase or at all in the game where I was targeted. A big part of the game is luck, and I think luck really came my way on day 1, where I had some easy votes, but I got to meet up with almost every single person in the game that made the merge besides Brandon. So I had a good grasp on relationships. Going into day 2, I was in a group, whether it be an actual chat or an agreed upon alliance, with every single person in this game. I was aligned with everybody going into day 2, so I really had my pick of the litter when it came to how I wanted to navigate the merge portion of the game. Right before, about 20 minutes before we hopped on the Zoom, I had the opportunity to talk with Jacob. And Jacob and I really talked about our positioning in the game and how we both found ourselves in this middle spot, kind of torn between 2 groups. And at that point, I saw the ability that I had and the ability that he had as well to kind of flip back and forth as we needed and whittle down numbers on both sides. That started out in that first merge round. Steve was someone that I really enjoyed, I think felt good with me, but I know there was a locked group going in who had decided Steve was the name, and going with that would show loyalty to one side. I knew Alex had this tether twist. I knew once Alex got blindsided in that vote, it was most likely going to come out. I think Alex was the only person to vote with Steve that round. I knew it was going to come out. When Alex picked me to tether with them, I was a little nervous just because I thought Alex would be someone would have a target on their back just based off of voting history and the tether. But the relationships I had with everyone were so good that my name was never in serious contention, even with having somebody with me that I knew people were actively looking to target. Um, the tether didn't go perfectly how I wanted to, just based off of the groups. Andrew was someone that I wanted to go very, very far in the game with, was someone I had really deep in my endgame plans, but no game can go perfect, especially one with all the twists they put in here. And then from there on, I think I did a really good job navigating from side to side and pushing my agenda. Not only pushing what I wanted in that round, but trying to set up what I wanted for rounds further. With the Benji and Slater vote, I wanted Benji to stay on a personal level because I really do love Benji. But I knew that having Slater and Alex in the game, who were kind of going at it, was going to be better for me in the long term. But in that round, I started trying to set up the potential of a Cassie vote in the future. Cassie is someone who is just so likable and very magnetic, and I knew was going to have a lot of sway just with her ability to talk and connect with people. And I tried to set that up going into the final 7 round. And then going into that final 6 where we lost Alex, I really spent time trying to prop up Jacob as a next threat. Jacob was playing the game how I was, kind of popping back and forth and having really good relationships. And I knew he was someone who was going to be a very big threat to me when it came to similar play style and in challenges. So the ability to win those comps at 6 and 5 and kind of set up my ideal end game, which I had the 4 of us here, was really ideal for me. Even with getting put into fire, I had good enough relationships where I didn't get voted out. I got that opportunity to go into fire and I won because when push comes to shove, I win. I can do that shit. I got that ice in my veins. And I knew if I got put in that situation, I could just thug it out. And here I am. Like I said, I never seriously was targeted until that final 4. I made it all the way through the game since round 1 with the tribe idol, and I never had to use it. Even during the tether round, where most people probably would have shat themselves and maybe pulled out an idol, I sat on it because I trusted myself, my relationships, all of that, and it got me here. And I'm so excited to hear questions and talk with everyone and laugh and maybe make fun of Kevin a little bit more. Thank you for your time.
Alrighty, Slater, come on, whenever you're ready. You want me to start the timer? Let me know when you're good.
All right, sure, start a timer. All right. I just want to thank the production team. This was fun. Thank you to all the players. It was nice meeting a lot of new faces. When this cast reveal dropped, I saw a lot of new faces and some familiar faces, people that I haven't played with or I've seen in games before, which that was really refreshing to me. All the new faces. I made a point of connecting with Julia because I knew that she would have decent connections in this game. But I also made a point to meet Andrew and Jordan, both the people that were very close connections with me in the merge game. The wheel was fortunate and kept us together throughout the entire pre-merge portion of the game. And that connection with Andrew, there was no doubt in my mind that he wasn't saving me, that he was going to save me over Brian in the safety chain. So thank you again, Andrew, for that. Between the 2 days, myself and Andrew made a chat with Julia. We made a chat with Joanne. And I discussed that there was 4 people on the other tribe that I hadn't been on a tribe with in the pre-merge game. That was with Alex, Steve, Cassie, and Coach. And I knew that if we could just lock in Coach, we would have the numbers necessary to basically run the early portion of the merge. So we built a larger group that combined those together, and we added Coach. And yes, as Julia mentioned, Steve and Benji were the 2 options. Benji won that first immunity, as we'll get to. The Survivor auction ended up giving me a guitar that I smashed into pieces, and there was nothing to be found. So $405 down the drain. But I did outbid Alex on that, just because I hadn't worked with them yet in the game, so I wasn't sure exactly where their head was at. Then the bottle of medicine that I only got for $15, that ended up giving me a steal a vote, which was a very big key in my pocket, especially the next round, potentially. It was a pretty unanimous vote on Steve, especially after Benji won that immunity. The following round, Alex used the tether twist. Alex, you did a great job on making those pairs. Made it very hard, made it a very interesting round as well, especially with the connections and how it worked out. I knew that Andrew and Brandon and myself and Benji probably were in difficult spots. Fortunately, myself and Benji, we both did really well in the thing, but Benji got 9 out of 10, which secured us the immunity win. I had told Benji before, like when we got paired up, that I had the steal a vote, would use it if we needed to. We could control the vote, but once we end up having the immunity win, the conversations end up. I never heard Brandon and Andrew, but once those live conversations happened, when Brandon and Andrew, they were going for Cassie and Coach, and Cassie and Coach were going for Brandon and Andrew. I knew I didn't want to lose Coach, even though I knew going into day 2 that Cassie was, in my mind, the biggest, personality, the biggest target, the biggest threat on the other side of the that I hadn't worked with yet in the game. But I didn't want to lose Coach at that time, especially when I knew that Coach and Julia would be very important for my game. So I told Benji that we're going to sit this one out, throw our vote onto Alex and Julia. And unfortunately, I lost my 2 of my closest allies, Brandon and Andrew. The next round was when Benji went home. It was a pretty consensus decision that Benji was, crushing in the challenges, crushed it, won the battle back. And I used my steal a vote because when I say I'm going to do something, that's when I'm going to do something with people. I wanted to make sure I used it because I think that Benji did tell people that I had it, especially after I didn't use it in the tether round. So I used it, made sure that Benji was the vote, and Benji went home over me. The next round, also this round, Alex called me out because there's discussion on who threw out Benji's name. Alex, I enjoyed that conversation at that travel because it just gave us that banter to feed into this narrative that we were going against each other. And it helped set up, keep us both in the game on the rounds to follow, and especially on that round when Benji actually did go home. The next round was the round that we did finally take a shot at Cassie. This was the biggest domino to fall that I felt to secure my path into the game with the connections I had left. I also made a truce with Alex this round, and we both agreed to vote out Cassie, and that's how it happened. I made a connection throughout this game. They kept me safe at the they kept me safe at the safe chain, and then they kept me safe in Alex vote. They gave me the power to decide who went home between Jacob and Coach. I was the kingmaker in that situation. I had all the power in the game. It was 2-2. At Final 5, I could decide, is it going to be Jacob? Is it going to be Coach? And ultimately, I knew that Coach and Julia were not going to vote me out at Final 4. This also set up the round of Final 4. I had the power to give Joanne the chance to make fire because I knew that I was going to be in the Final 3. And I told Joanne earlier in the day, we had a conversation. I told Joanne, we should vote together, and no matter which one of them win, vote for the other one, and you can make fire. And so I kept my word with Joanne that I would give her the chance to make fire no matter what happened. And I also know that Jay hates fire, so it was added in my to make sure we go fire. But I felt that I had every path from final six forward. Every path led to me sitting in the final three. I know that I was voted for who was possibly, voting for runner up or whatever, but I knew that my connections in this game, I didn't need to win immunity. I was second place in 4 immunities or 3 immunities, and every connection I made was intentional. Every conversation I had was intentional, and I appreciated all the connections and all the new people I met. You all were great, and I am looking forward to answering your questions as well. So, may the best person win a chicken dinner.
Um,
I'm all set.
Already. Denson and Julia, you can come on camera. All right. Is Julia here? There she is.
Sorry,
That
was
answers that
using the
question.
was using the bathroom. My bad.
You're fine. You're fine. You're totally fine.
I drink water like a fish.
Same. We are gonna go into our jury order though, but I'm jury. I'm just gonna read Steve's real quick. He cannot be here tonight, and he didn't have a question. He just had a kind of a statement. So he said, I don't have any questions other than they all did something great to be in the final three. Congrats, stay calm, and cheers. And he did send us a list beforehand. Because he cannot be here tonight. But yeah. Other than that, we will welcome on Andrew as our first person on the jury to speak.
What's up, you three? Congrats. So happy to see all of you here. You're all people that I wanted to go deep into this game with as well, including you, Coach. I know that round just limited my options and I was in self-preservation mode. So I'm happy to see you guys all make it here. Here's my question. Tell me what you think our perception is of you in this game, and then tell us where we're right or where we're wrong about you. And just go one by one.
All right, I think that you guys probably think I'm a goat. I play these people's games, but I had the decision to make to keep Coach here over Jacob. I had the decision to give Joanne the chance to make fire, and I did vote for Julia not once but twice in this game. So I was probably the only person that did vote for Julia in this game, but it is what it is.
All right, I feel like I would be shocked if people thought that Slater was a goat. And if that is the case, I would probably damaging my game. I would say that Slater has done a lot, even more than what he said here. So I would say they would perceive Slater as someone who played how he was supposed to play and got to the point where he was supposed to get to. I feel like the perception, and I brought this up during my earlier speech, is, oh yeah, Coach and Julia were just along and did everything together. That is not the case. We did a lot together, but I do feel like there were moments where we had to actually come to a decision because we had differing opinions on certain things. I feel like people are going to perceive Julia as more of the challenge strategic person. They're going to consider me as more of the social strategic person, and I feel like those would be accurate. And I think that answers your question.
Yeah, I'm actually, I just want to make sure, do you want me to do everybody or just me? I don't know if you have more afterwards.
Well, you got a lot of people left. I was thinking more just you, but you can touch on them as well.
Okay, so I'll start on me. I think for me, people's perception, and this is true, is I'm very loud and I'm out there. I'm always going to be the person cracking a joke, making the comment, trying to keep everything alive. And I think where people's perceptions go wrong there is they think that's where the buck stops sometimes, that I am just the loud social person who's here to have a good time. I think what people don't see is a lot of that is really good at putting down people's defenses and letting me in. And they don't see how that masks the strategic part of my game and how I really am thinking 2 steps ahead a lot of the time.
Cool. I'll take it from there. All 3 of you would be a good winner, so best of luck.
Thanks.
All righty. Thank you so much. And yep, Brandon, you are already on camera. Awesome. So you may go ahead and start your time.
What are you all most proud of?
Most proud of? I'm actually really proud of my social game, and these games I've like talked about as like, oh, a game bot, but like I personally, I try to be, very sociable, connect with people, connected with Joanne, connected with Julia, connected with Andrew, connected with you, Brandon. But I wish we had more time to connect, Brandon, because you did get screwed in that tether round. I wanted you, if you got through that round, me, you, and Andrew, I thought we really did have a good, solid thing going. But yeah, a lot of these games, I'm like a Spencer Blood, so like that people think I'm a game bot, but I feel like I actually, I'm improving on my social connections, and it showed in this game. Like I had a lot of social capital, and had a lot of power in this game because of that.
Thank you. Andrew, do you want to go?
Yeah.
Coach?
Julia touched on something earlier, and I can say that it's the same with me, where the last 8-9 months probably been the worst 8-9 months of my entire life. I've played one other game before this, and even then I was mostly checked out. I did my whole song and dance of I'm going to be social, and we'll just see how far it goes. With this, it was okay. I'm going to do what I used to do. I'm going to socialize as best. I'm going to get to know all these fun facts about people so that no one can ever say that I was being fake to them. So I'm proud that I was still able to, after everything that I have gone through, be able to play a game how I want to play it and not be checked out. Be able to know that you know who fucking Evan Diddy is, which is crazy. That is the craziest thing that's happened to me in this game, is that you know who Evan Diddy is. The fact that I get to meet these people, I've been in this community for 5 years, and every now and then it's like, okay, I think I might be done. But what keeps me coming back is this and the social aspect of the game. So I'm proud that I can still have that social game. Like I still turn it on when I need to, and especially in a mini like this.
For me, it was just the confidence I had in myself. I love playing these games because I get to put on a mask. I think outside of these games, I'm typically like very unsure of myself. I'm still very young, still figuring out a lot of things in life. In these games, I get to be a different part of me. And I think this one in particular, I felt very sure of myself, and I felt very like confident in how I was moving and the decisions I was making. And for me, that's a huge step because anyone who knows me knows I'm the person who's in their prod chat like, oh fuck, should I do this? Should I do that? Oh fuck, I'm going home. And it felt nice to feel good in how I was navigating.
Thanks, Julia. Good game, everybody. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. And then next up, we do have Benji. Is he frozen?
I can't tell if he's frozen or this is just like a fierce bit. Okay, no,
No, she was frozen.
Okay, I'm gonna restart
I'm
the
gonna
timer.
be
Go
the
ahead.
lengthier speaker here, so dig deep. So a lot of how I play games is very social. I know you guys spoke about your social interactions too a bit. There's one thing in particular that's kind of sitting in the back of my head, that's only been addressed by, from what I hear, is two people. So this is for both Coach and Julia. This whole Benji has this whole production team going thing. I've heard it directly from Denson, but then I've also heard that it was started by Julia. Would anyone like to explain why that was a thing and what I guess it did to help your game in that sense to move forward in that direction?
Yeah, so I had started to hear whispers about it during night one. And so at the beginning of the beginning of day two, when you and Cassie came to me with, these alliances, and then I confirmed with everyone else that you guys were saying, hey, let's do this. I asked Julia, I'm like, hey, what are these groups? Are you down with this group? Julia tells me she's in an alliance with Cassie, Alex, and someone else. I'm like, oh, that's interesting because Benji's proposing this alliance with you, me, Jacob, Cassie, all these other people. I go to Cassie and Cassie says, yeah, all these people plus Alex. So I'm like, okay, so they're trying to do individual groups and also a larger group, basically doing an onion alliance. And almost everyone in that alliance consisted of people from your prod team. So despite the fact that we had the conversation of, yeah, because I did think it was bullshit that people were kind of labeling y'all as a group. As the day progressed and I saw, oh, well, these groups all have one thing in common. They're all on the same prod team. It's like, okay, well, even if they didn't come into the game together, which I don't think was the case, they have now gotten together, and I need to figure out, do I want to go with this or do I want to go elsewhere? So from my perspective, that's how it happened.
Yeah, I even said to you at the beginning, like the first messages, I was like, not the Benji like pre-made alliance. Sister, we all like we knew a bunch of people. I'm on your prod team and I didn't get a message. I knew there was no like anything actually occurring. When I had
Is it just me
mentioned,
or I can't hear?
can you not hear me? Okay, my computer gets wonky likewise. I'll wait.
Okay, there we go. No, you're fine.
Okay. I knew you obviously didn't have a pregame alliance, but moving into day 2, it seemed like that's where the split was starting to divide, and using that narrative did help me play the middle a bit more. Like I said in my opening speech, Jacob and I did have a discussion going into night 2 about playing the middle of both of those groups, kind of you, Cassie, and the conglomerate you were forming on one side, and then the people who didn't know a ton of people coming in kind of mesh together on their own side, and felt that using that narrative would help me navigate forward, and it did.
All right, and then we have a minute and a half left. For Slater, I guess can we just delve into your social game here, specifically from the round that we won immunity forward? Had we not won immunity, what steps have you taken to make sure? Because I'm pretty sure if we did not win immunity, we were cooked.
Yeah, if we didn't win immunity, I would connect with Andrew and Brandon's team. I told you about the steal a vote. So me, you, the steal a vote, that's 3 votes. That's all we needed. They also had, we would have probably found out by talking to them about that, about the knowledge is power. So we would have actually had 4 votes in that round. So we would have, I think, been able to work with them and not gone home.
Okay, I have some bit to think about. Good luck, everybody. There's still a lot of people to go through, which means there's still a lot more game left to be played. Keep fighting.
All right, next up we have Jacob.
Just finding somewhere to go. Give me a second. Nieces are over. Trying to step away for like 5 minutes, right? That's how much time jurors have?
5 minutes, yes.
Wonderful, excellent, magnificent, stupendous. All right, I am ready. Whatever you are. All right, welcome, Final Three. Congrats on making there. I wish there was a battle, but you know, we were out of rock. Okay, so I have an announcement to make. I don't know if this was mentioned yet, but we do know who got the jury bump that Julia had possessed. So I'm going to ask the 2 finalists who did not possess this, who they would have chosen. And then I'm going to ask Julia why she picked the person that she picked. First off, Andrew, if you had the jury bump, so basically giving a juror the chance to cast the deciding vote in the event of a tie, who would you give it to and why?
Andrew, you are
I
muted.
probably would have given it to you. Like I said during my opening speech, I feel like me and you are either always locked in together or we're like ops that never tell each other that we're ops. And I feel like both of us are fair jurors. We never go in just like overly pissed off at anything. And I don't feel like that's the case with most of the people on the jury, if any. So I would have given to you because I knew you would have given everyone a fair chance in the event that everyone tied. I didn't think that you would. Okay, well, this person did this, so I'm gonna take it this way. So I would have picked you.
All right, bet. Slater, what about you?
I would have given it to Andrew. I felt me and Andrew connected on this game from the beginning. I felt that Andrew also was on the jury long enough that he would know, from other people coming on the jury, like how the actual game played out and watching the game. So I feel like he would make a conscious decision, not only for myself, but just overall for the, true winner of this game.
All right, and so Julia, why the fuck did you pick me?
I picked you because game respects game. I told you when I was voting you out why I told you to your face, and I told you why I was doing it. And I think, and I meant it because I thought you had a fantastic shot to win this game. I think you were playing the best game. You were doing what I was doing. You were just doing it a little bit better, a little bit nicer, a little bit less abrasive. And I knew, based on our conversation that we had, that you could see the game I was playing too. Because we had the same strategy, we were approaching it the same way. And I know you respect your own game, so I figured you would respect mine.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that. I mean, here's the thing. All three of you voted me off, so if I wanted to be bitter, I can't be. So
You can't be. That's true. You can't be
Joanne's
bitter.
not there. I was questioning who did it, but I was like, yeah, I think a good Slater. This is the last thing because I do have some time. Slater, you mentioned that you were the kingmaker at 5. You had the choice of picking between one of me or Joanne going home, or one of me of Coach, or one of Coach and Julia going home. Which I feel for you losing Brandrew all at once. I feel it was very impressive. Andrew and Julia kind of gave their perspectives on that. Why did you choose the route that you did and vote me off, but still vote with Joanne at 4?
Yeah, so I did see the game that Julia was, saying about your game. I thought you were making the social connections with the people that were on the jury that these two were not. And that's why I chose to vote you off over Coach.
And then you saved Joanne at 4.
Yeah, and then I had a conversation with Joanne. I basically had my connection with these two that I was going to be in. I wanted to give Joanne a fighting chance because I did build a real bond with her in this game and worked with her. I wanted to give her a fair chance to be there at the end and plead our case as well.
All right, but thank you guys for answering my questions. I came in here leaning one way. Now I'm a little bit more conflicted. I might be leaning towards a different direction. But y'all been kicking ass. Loved everyone's answers so far. Just want some clarification. Best of luck to all of y'all. I can see it the rest of my time.
I was grabbing it. Yes, I was gonna get the next person up, but they are already here and ready, which love to see it. It's Cassie.
Okay, hey guys. First of all, mad respect to all three of you. Like I said last night, I was serious when I said there were absolutely no hard feelings. I was glad to get off and go to bed, which I actually did not do. I was up until 3 a.m. my time because I'm stupid. But that's beside the point. Some people, when they come into an FTC, they have these like preset final questions. I've asked a different question every single time I've been to an FTC. So my question tonight is if there was somebody on the jury who deserves to be in the final, who would that be instead of yourself, and why? Now, I will say this. I did not play a good game this game. I had zero handle on anything that was going on, so I think it's great you thought I was a threat. What I'm saying is, sucking up to me actually might backfire because I think I played a terrible game. So, but if you could name a person on the jury who deserves to be in the final, who is it and why?
I mean, it's no doubt Jacob for me. I mean, he had all the connections and he was making a lot of good moves and was a really good social threat and a physical person in this game. And he was scary enough that Julia had to go against him. So that speaks a lot to Jacob's game. So, yeah.
Yeah. For me, it is Jacob. I think Jacob put his foot into this game. Truly, no one was ever talking about Jacob unless it was me. And he was just able to be his Jacoby self. Like, truly, there's no other way to describe it. And just like put his little claws into people and get his way. And it was really impressive to watch.
You're muted, Coach.
You're muted,
Of
Chica.
course. I'm going to say Alex. I think that Alex has this way about their personality where everyone wants to hear what they have to say about a lot of things. The first big bond I made in this game was with them. I don't even remember what triggered this in their head, but then they told me about what the org community has done for them. And then as we go along in the game, despite the fact that they forgot my name multiple times the one night, and it went from me wanting them out to me trying to save them at the round that they inevitably go. I think that they did a lot during touchy subjects. They were kind of caught off guard at the fact that people perceived them as potentially running the game or thinking they were running the game. I thought that everyone loved them that much that, of course, that's the case. I think that if they have gotten here, they could have just killed y'all or us with kindness, with, hey, I might not have been doing this, might not have been doing that, but damn it, I did this, that, and the other. So I would say Alex, just to jump off of the Jacob train for a second.
Awesome. Well, I respect all three of your answers. I will be honest, I don't have a freaking clue who I'm going to vote for at this point. I have to compliment you. You guys are making it very, very hard to figure out who you guys. I mean, really, we're going to have a deserving winner no matter who wins at this point, which I'm grateful for. If I'm not going to be at the end, I want people who deserve it to be at the end, and that is what has happened in this game. So all three of you played stellar. And yeah, I can't wait to hear the rest of your responses because I don't think I'm alone in having zero idea who we're going to vote for. And it might be a spur of the moment decision because you guys are answering too dang well. So keep going. You guys are doing great. And yeah, I can see the rest of my time.
Alrighty. And next up, we do have Jordan.
Sorry, I have something in my throat. I don't have a speech. Congratulations to the final three. Glad to see all three of you there. You guys all killed it. I asked to go last so I can get more of a perspective on your guys' games because I did not see a lot or any of it other than Slater's because we were trapped on that losing tribe multiple times. But my question to you is, come to the results of the final. If you were to lose, why do you think that would be?
Was this for all of us or just me?
You can go one at a time, but that's for all of you.
Okay.
I can go first if I feel like I've gone last and everything. It's a little unfair to you guys. I think if I were to lose, it can be sometimes I have a way of approaching these games that can sometimes rub people the wrong way. I've mentioned the word abrasive a couple times. And I do think that that applies to me. I say what I'm thinking. I always do what I think is best for my game. I think I'm very good at separating how I feel about people outside of games and what I think is best for me in the game. And sometimes that can be to my detriment. Sometimes I'm too good at that. But I think it would be because on the way out, people might have felt a type of way about how I moved in the game.
And if I were to lose, it'd be because jury resonated with one of these two more than what I, brought to the table today. I feel like maybe that could be they connected with them on a social level, or they connected to them that they won challenge comps, that they came to this end with an immunity idol that they never had to use. But I feel like at the end of the day that I played the game that I wanted to play. I'm proud of the game that I played. And I'm also really proud, with the people that I actually made a connection with in this game. And I'll keep my head held high, and I love each and every one of you, and this has been a blast. You're muted.
I just need to stop muting. If I lose, it's because I keep muting. No, if I lose, and I've said this for 5 years, and I'll continue to say it, and once again, if it costs me votes, so be it. I feel like a lot of people in the org community feel like you have to make crazy moves all the time because they watched Survivor Kageyama once during COVID. And that's not the case. the case is it's a social strategic, not strategic social. And I feel like a lot of people in this community feel like it has to be straight strategy all of the time. So if I lose, for me, I feel like people are going to say, oh, well, he wasn't as strategic as one of these two, or he wasn't as physical as one of these two, which is crazy if that's the case, but whatever, you vote how you're going to vote. So that's what it would be. It's that I chose social over strategic.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm going to leave it to the final, what you guys have to say, but all of you guys have represented your game so well. Like Slater was on a tribe that lost all the time. Andrew was on a tribe that won most of the time, and Julia was in between, going between the losing and the winning. So congratulations to you guys again. I can't wait to see what you have to say.
All right, and next up is Joanne.
Hey, long time no see. Oh my God, my head is just reeling. Honestly, this is so hard. You guys are doing great. It's been so much fun playing with you. I don't mean for this to come off as like conceited, but I'm curious where, like, from each of your perspective, what was my role in your game? And like, how did you see my position in your game? I don't know if that makes sense.
Do you have an order preference?
No.
I'll go then. Oh, you were a very close, trusted ally of mine, and we talked going into night 2, and I think I gave you a lot of information that could have exposed my positioning, but I did so because I was really serious about working with you in this game. There was not a point before this final 4 round where I ever was even seriously going to consider writing your name down. I think we collaborated really well. I loved how you think about the game. You approach it in a different way than I do. You're very like social. You are very social forward, and it's a different perspective than I don't have. And I liked having that collaboration point with you when we could talk. Yeah, like I said, you were someone I was never seriously going to vote out until this endgame portion because I valued our strategic relationship we had in the game.
Joanne, you felt like a friend to me in this game. That wheel obviously was very fortunate that kept us together throughout the entire pre-merge. Between messing up Thailand for Taiwan, to talking this today about I know that you come from a Big Brother background more than a Survivor background, so you weren't really sure exactly, Final Four, vote versus Force Fire, talking through all that, and coming up with the idea that I wanted to give you a chance to make fire because you were a close ally in this game to me, and I'm happy that I was able to give you that chance because, yeah, I know that at one point at Tribal Council you said I was never gonna think about voting for one of these people, but some of the things I've heard, I know that Coach mentioned that he talked about, saying me and Jacob were talking about voting for you. And I expressed, with you earlier today, obviously I'm going to talk about both the names that were not in the room at the time. But my intention was never to vote for you that round.
Yeah, and I've talked to you about this before. After our whole thing with Distortion, I kept telling you, hey, if we ever get a chance to do this again, I would love to do it. And so coming in, I was very excited to play with you when you finally popped up on the cast. And then the beginning of day 2 starts, and we hadn't interacted in the game yet. And everyone that I'm trying to work with is saying, yes, we want to work with Joanne. Well, this is perfect because I want to work with her. And it seems like she's already gotten her feet in with a lot of other people. So I can get into this group and it doesn't look sus. And then when we get our group of 3 together, the last thing I said before the game officially started yesterday was, I'm locked in. I'm not turning on this no matter what. No matter what type of craziness happens during this day, I will not flip on us. And I stuck to that all the way to 1 o'clock in the morning. And when I realized, yeah, Joanne's probably going to vote for me at that final 5, it's like, okay, I've now been released from this promise going into tomorrow that I can vote for her. And it's just tit for tat. But you were always in my end game. It was always going to be the three of us. I was never going to flip on either one of you at the bottom. And when that happens, like, okay, cool, we can do this and we'll go to the final three and whatever happens, happens. But I feel like you did a big part of my game because you had already made those inroads with people that I was trying to do it with anyway. That's why I said we had the jocks plus Joanne, because you're not a jock. But I could, like, you were a crucial part of getting that group together. And I really valued the fact that we had that piece that got it all together at that point right before the game started.
Joanne, I would just like to make it known, I think you could be a jock, and I do think girls can be jocks. I just want to like put that out there.
As a women's rugby coach,
Thanks, guys. I hope that didn't come off as just like, tell me how good I was. Everyone else already asked a lot of good questions, so that was just trying to wrap some things for me. So thank you.
All right, we are currently trying to get a hold of Alex, but for right now, we are going to go ahead and get into final speeches. So we will start with Slater.
All right. Thank you once again. Those were great questions. Both the finalists, I think we all killed it. But I was vulnerable so much through this game. Jordan pointed out, yes, we were a losing tribe. And the fact that our tribe, we only had one inactive. And all the votes, like, I actually had to, come up with some like ideas on voting out someone that were hard votes that, even if I liked some people, that we had to vote out because they were actually here, committed to the game. I take it back. There was two. Mike Jones fell asleep on that night, so that did make one of the votes easier. Bless Mike Jones, though. But yeah, I was vulnerable throughout the pre-merge, but I knew that Andrew, my bond with him saved me over Brian in the safety chain. And, then in the merge game, there was points that I was, I never won individual immunity. I came in second. I was, in the tiebreaker, two different tiebreakers. And I believe that my social connections, like, with these two, with other people in the game, I lost Brandon and Andrew, who were very close allies, and I still, had the social capital to, have the decision to make at 5, at 4. And after Cassie left, I knew that the door was wide open for me to sit here in the final 3 and plead my case to win this game. And I had, a blast not knowing anything about, the American Revolution, American Idiot musical. There we go. I, some of the things I, did intentionally to, like, I wanted to be, not come off as, too smart, too strategic. But I was intentional with, making jokes, making light of the situation, or making just, having a fun time. That's what we're here for. So whether it was, bringing a chicken dinner to the auction, or whatnot, at the end of the day, I felt like if I didn't know Green Day, if I didn't know anything else, I could be like, hey, I'm an American idiot wearing my, patriotic hat at Final Tribal Council and having a great time doing it. So once again, I appreciate you all. If you thought, my game represents this game as a whole, then I would appreciate your vote. And I think all of us had a great time. Thank you.
All right, Julie, good to start.
All right. Okay, the timer. Yeah, once again, thanking all of you, thanking production, thanking my finalists with me. This was so fun. I had such a lovely time. I think I would be a great representative of this season because I think comparatively to the two people sitting next to me, I played the most well-rounded game. I think I really utilized my social connections, specifically going into night 2 to have the first couple rounds going into that mid-jury portion, put me in a spot where I could see an end game path. I strategically threw out names when I needed to. I think I was a driver this season. I don't think there was any point merge on. I decided to take a back seat and I tried to drive, and I did drive the votes in the way I thought was best. I know Slater talks a lot about how he was that kingmaker at 5, and he was, but I really feel like I was the one who set that system up, and I talked about how Jacob was a threat a ton, to where I think that decision was easy at 5, and I knew that I could guarantee whether I won immunity or not, I could guarantee myself a spot in the final 4, and then at least a chance at fire. And I knew if I could get fire, I could win, because that third part of the game, the physical game, I know that when it gets into the clutch, when I need it, I can pull out a win. There was 0 point before the final 4 where I was ever vulnerable. I felt like I played this game from the beginning, from the front, from the top, and no one ever really took the shot until it was too late and there was nothing they can do. I think that I played a great game. I think I played a winning game, and I hope you agree. Once again, thank you guys so much. Win, lose, draw. This was a fantastic fucking time. I would do this a million times over. Thank you. I concede my time.
All right, Denson finishes out.
Yeah. I know that I was on a tribe that won a lot day 1. And I could have just sat there, taken my foot off of the gas, and just kind of vibed that night. And I didn't. I put in the work. I made sure that while we were all in that breakout room, that conversations were happening, even if they weren't game conversations, life conversations were happening, because if we continue to win the way that we are, we're going to need other reasons to want to work with these people. And so the next day when Benji's saying, hey, Cassie wants to work with you, it's like, I'm not surprised by that, because even though we didn't have a one-on-one chat until day 2, I felt like we vibed very well in those breakout rooms during night 1. So the fact that I won a lot during my tribe won a lot during that first night, I don't feel like that should hinder anything that I did in the game. Because in day 2, once again, I could have just stayed tribe strong, I could have stayed whatever strong, and I didn't. I did what I had to do to make sure I got to this point. Because as we all know, it's very hard to get to this point. This is my second time ever making it to the end of the game, and I've been playing for 5 years. So the fact that I am sitting here now proves to me that once again, anyone can make it based off of any other types of factors, luck, strategy, social, whatever. So that as the game progressed into day 2, the 2 times that I had a chance of going home, I was never actually freaked, because I trusted the people that I had conversations with in those breakout rooms, because I felt like they trusted me enough and what I had been telling them throughout the night and throughout night 1, that if it came down to it, if it came down to my duo versus Andrew's duo, that I would be, me and Cassie would be the ones that would stay in that situation. And it had me nervous. I was clenched. But when that last vote came through, it's like, okay, yes, stop playing this, stop having imposter syndrome. You know what you are doing. And so once that happened, once again, it's like, okay, I got to get through this. I got to get through this. I'm getting frustrated losing in touchy subjects. I'm getting upset losing in touchy subjects. And then it's like, okay, it's all right. You can bounce back from this. It's all good. Coming into today, I know that everyone was studying, because other people are telling me that everyone is studying. I had 3 different apartment tours today, and I couldn't study until an hour before the game. And once I realized that I wasn't going to get any of the Green Day questions right, or the color green questions right, it's like, okay, just let everyone else bury themselves during Jeopardy, because that's what happens in Jeopardy. People get too big for their britches. And then when Survivor happens, just take control when that solidify your spot at the final 3, where here I'm telling you, this is another big part of the game, because games are sometimes won and lost at this moment. And I feel like for me, I put on a great performance tonight, and this is me turned up to 11, but y'all got to meet me at 10, so it's not that much different. So I appreciate the questions y'all gave tonight. I appreciate the fact that y'all wanted blunt honesty, and I feel like everyone here gave that to you. And I trust that however y'all vote, you feel you made the right decision. It's not coming out of you're not voting out of malice or hatred or anything like that. And it doesn't seem like anyone here would do that. So thank you so much. This has been a fun time, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Alrighty, George, you can go ahead and start voting. We'll give you about 10 minutes.
While we do wait for the votes, I do want to go ahead and just give a shout out to our amazing audience throughout the course of this mini. Other times we have done minis for Radical. Next to nobody has really watched them, but you guys have been consistently active, whether it was in the VL, whether it was especially in the YouTube comments. And we just really appreciate, especially this being our first foray into Discord. I really don't think we could have asked for a more warm welcome. And so we just really appreciate all of you and the work and seeing that the work we put into this game is reflected through the enjoyment of our audience. That is all we can ask for. And we are very happy that you guys stuck with us throughout this entire weekend.
I know I said it, but like, thank you guys again. I know how fucking hard these minis are to run, to plan, to get everyone organized. And this was like pretty smooth and everything was so fun. These challenges were really creative. And just thank you guys for a really fun time. Especially you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Also, shout out the love of my life, the sparkle to my shine, the best man in the world, Mike Jones. I'm so sorry I laughed at you when you got voted out. I thought they like blindsided your ass, and it really tickled me. It really did just tickle me. And to now know you fell asleep, I feel a little bad. Just a little bit.
Julia didn't know that great picture of Mike though.
I did. Slater, it has been such a back and forth with me and Mike. I'm like, Mike, can you send a picture in color? Can you send any other picture? So I saw like the discoloration. I'm like, oh, that's only one man.
I still don't think I was in that photo.
You're not. They said the opposite, and the opposite looked so much better. I don't know why they didn't use that. Like the Slater slash Brian looked way better than Brian slash Slater. Like I can see both of you in it.
Also, just want to say, love you, Julia. I meant to say that before.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for that chat we had.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was
Finale.
great.
That was a
You know,
really
so
good.
sometimes you just like hear the right things at the right time, and that was one of those times.
Yeah. Guys, does anyone here watch Marvel movies? We have Marvel heads here. I'm not one, but I'm attempting to catch up before Doomsday.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
You're not
It's
gonna-
literally not going to happen.
Wait, where are you
whatsoever.
at in terms of?
Girl, we're literally going to watch Iron Man 2 after this.
Oh, yeah, I saw your letterbox. That's not how. Yeah,
Wait,
that's
so you
not-
already watched Incredible Hulk?
Yeah,
Okay.
In order to do that, you would have to watch like 6 movies a day.
I know it's fucking insane,
And
let
the
alone the
series.
show. It's
You
like
have to
forget
Now,
about
what I
it.
will say is, though you think it can't be done, if you're crazy, it can. Because I did before Endgame rewatch all of the MCU films beforehand. Although there's a lot more now.
So
And
it's
the
like
TV shows.
I could do it, but
Yeah.
the issue is I have to watch them with Fred.
Yeah.
So it's like I could watch like 3 a day at my computer when I'm working.
Why do you
Yeah.
have to watch them with Fred?
Well, because he wants to watch them with like
So what you should do is like you guys can still watch them without actually watching them. It's like you watch the ones you can, but like I don't know. I'm trying to help you out here.
I know because I just sit at my desk and I watch movies and I
Yeah, just do
change
that.
shit in files and it's great.
Because when you get to the TV, once you get to the post Endgame thing, and you have to do TV shows. You're not going to be able to do it.
I know it's gonna be
Especially with
fucking
WandaVision and Loki. Oh
brutal.
my goodness, they're so good.
It's gonna be
We'll watch
brutal.
House of Dragons after this.
Yeah. I've been able to avoid all spoilers tonight. So
And also, I just saw what happened on Big Brother.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
Girl, don't even.
they voted a black person.
Well, the one thing I can say is at least it wasn't the most powerful one.
Oh,
Yeah,
No
but
wait, no
it's,
spoilers, no spoiler. No, no,
Mine
no,
said no
okay.
spoilers.
Joanne is on
Sorry,
for
I'm
no
sorry.
conversation. No, you're okay. I just saw Joanne say that, so. Spoiler free in this house.
Spoiler for edit.
Well, I got spoiled, so I'm not going to go watch.
Pretend like I didn't say anything. Hello. Hi.
Yeah, the viewers at home. Shout out to the viewers at home.
Okay, spoiler alert, someone got a power. There you go. That's your spoiler.
Well, yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah, that's another big spoiler. There was an episode on Sunday night. That's another big spoiler.
I never watched the Sunday night episodes.
There was an episode who revealed who got the power. So, yeah, if you want to find that out, watch Big Brother. This is sponsored by CBS, I guess.
Yeah, I never watch the episodes because I always on Sunday because I always watch them with my friend and he works Sunday night. So I just skip it. And it's okay. I just go on Twitter.
Mood, honestly, that's what I do if I miss an episode.
Do you guys think I'll finish my work tonight?
I'm gonna be optimistic and say yes.
Shit, I hope so.
Because I'm rooting for you.
Maybe I'll be up so late we'll finish 2 movies.
Never know.
No, because then I think Thor is next. Yeah, and that's
Thor's not as long as some of the others.
yeah.
I like Thor.
I'm indifferent towards it.
Oh, you mean the movie? Yeah, the movie. The first one's fine.
I think Ragnarok's the only like really great Thor movie,
yes,
personally.
Ragnarok is the only great Thor movie. Correct.
Dark World, it puts me to sleep. Love and Thunder is I don't hate it as much as other people, but it's a very weird movie.
Oh, I hate it so much.
I don't hate it because of the third act. I think the third act actually gives you like some interesting stuff.
When they're at the
third act,
council,
when they're still not making little jokes. So like Christian Bale is the best part of that movie,
Yeah.
and he's not even in the same movie as everyone else in the movie. And then Julia, you'll love this. Roy Kent shows up at the end of it. Spoilers. I don't give a shit.
Roy
By the time
Kent.
Love and Thunder will be like November. Roy Kent shows up at the end of it as Hercules. So
Oh boy.
Ted Lasso this week. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, Ted Lasso's 3D.
No one spoil anything. No one spoil anything. I have like half of season 3 left.
everyone dies.
I hope so. That'd be crazy.
Also, Australian Traders starts this week as well.
I'm really
And
excited.
also, the Red Sox just swept the Dodgers.
Let's go.
Wait, that game's already over?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It was a 7-10 game.
Well, it won't matter because we won't be having baseball next season.
Why aren't we having baseball? What is this joke?
It's not. Oh, it's not a joke. We're not going to have baseball next season.
Oh, because of is there like a contract thing?
Contract, yeah. Collective bargaining runs out. And the Dodgers are the Dodgers.
I think I remember reading that.
There's going to be a lockout.
With their $1.1 billion in deferred deals.
Crazy.
I think we're going to miss the whole season. I think we it's not going to be like COVID where we got like 50 games or whatever. So I'll have to watch the Savannah Bananas next summer, which sucks.
What if they're great? What if Banana Ball like changes your life?
It's not going to.
We'll still have minor league baseball, right?
Yeah, I believe they're under a different collective bargaining agreement. So we might get scabs. We might get scabs next season.
This is the minor league baseball in Maine.
I was gonna say some people might cross the ticket lines, and
You're 100% gonna get scabs. People will do anything for their chance at the big leagues.
But once I'm a bats, Aaron Judge goes down to the minor leagues.
over under 0.5 current MLB players that crosses the picket line next year.
Over.
Interesting. That takes testicular fortitude or vaginal fortitude. I guess they're all male, so.
Okay, sorry, but we were waiting on a vote. Unfortunately, we have not heard from the person, so we are going to roll without them. We contacted for an extra 5 minutes. We have not heard from them all night, so we're just going to roll with that. I just want to say congratulations once again to all three of you for making it here. It is an incredible feat. All very different games, Just talk a little bit. Julia, you've been here since the beginning of Radical. You started this with me. Slater, you came in and Wicked, and you played this game in Pride and Greed so much differently, so much more smoother. And I think you played much better, and definitely should be so proud of yourself as well. And Denson, you're new around here, but this, I've known you for a while, and this has been a long time coming. And like I said, I think you all maneuvered this game in all completely different ways. And regardless, you should be proud. But I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble. I will read the votes. Remember, you want to see them this time. First vote, Julia. That is 1 vote, Julia. Next vote, Coach. That is 1 vote, Julia. 1 vote, Coach. 1 second. There we go. Next vote, Slater. That is 1 vote, Julia. 1 vote, Coach. 1 vote, Slater. We do not have a 0 finalist once again in Radical.
Whoa!
The
Sorry.
streak continues. Vincent's All-Stars, we had one. Next vote, Coach. That is 2 votes Coach, 2 votes Julia. Or no, not 2 votes Julia. 1 vote Julia, 1 vote Slater. We know about accounting. Next vote. Julia. That is 1 vote, 2 votes Julia, 2 votes Coach, 1 vote Slater. Next vote. Coach Drew. That is Coach. That's 3 votes Coach, 1 vote Slater. Next vote. Julia. That is 3 votes Julia, 3 votes Coach, 1 vote Slater, 1 vote left. Next vote. And the winner of Survivor American Idiot, Julia Rowe.
There's something about minis that just pulls out this reptilian part of my brain. And I just like, I'm just like, mini. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. Slater, that was like one of the best final tribals I've seen from someone. I genuinely thought you were taking it like unanimously, like you ate that. And Coach, it was so fantastic finally doing the fucking damn thing with
Yes,
you.
finally do this, yes.
It was so cool. Thank you guys so much. Production, thank you so much. Jay, I know like this is your pride and joy. Radical is been your baby for years. You've been asking me to do this for years. I'm so glad I finally did. I
Am I
love you
getting
so
rid of
much.
contribution?
I love you so much. And yeah.
I want to say yes, Julia, just to reiterate on that. You know, I was trying to get you as a twist for fans versus favorites because I was like, we need a person, but Julia can't be on the fans tribe. She was a prod member before. So I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we were like, hey, twist, Julia's on the favorites tribe. We needed somebody. So, and I almost got her, but yeah, I mean, as somebody who literally this been my pride and joy, as you know, and you saw me work through this and what I've developed into, and between you and you are the second person that
Do we
started
want
this
to
game
grab
on
any
prod
foil
to
for
be
Dini's
winner.
nuggies? Okay. So are those the extra nuggies?
So Coach
Benji, I am going to
sister.
mute you. I am so sorry.
But yeah.
I hope you get your
Coach
nuggets.
Jensen, your first experience, you come pretty close to winning, runner up. Talk to us about how you're feeling.
I hate it.
Oh no, I didn't mean to mute you. I was not let you. I'm so sorry.
Well, you killed the joke. I said I hate everything, but I don't hate everything. Oh no, it was fun. I'm really happy that all of us caught votes. I thought that all of us deserve votes for sure. And that's now that the game's over, I wasn't blowing smoke up people's asses. I thought that all 3 of us definitely deserved a vote there. So, you know, it's crazy that it's taken me and her this long to finally actually work together in a game and go to the end. So I'm happy with that. Slater, I've known you for what, 2 or 3 years now. We always end up working together in games, and then one of us gets sniped. So the fact that we ended up at the end of the game together, great. My baseball brother in this community where a lot of people don't like sports. I'm glad to have known you in this community. I'm excited to be moving to Boston, so hopefully you can come down. We go to a Sox game or 2. Yeah, it's been a great time, and I can't wait to do it again at some point. Maybe if you'll have me.
Of course. Yeah, and you, along with next person Slater, we do have a finalist season, so you two will both potentially have a chance to be there. Who knows? So I'm not going to reveal the cast because I don't know. Maybe there's a certain reason why I can't, because maybe there's several people on the Zoom right now who are also eligible. But Slater, made it to the end. Like I said, completely different. I think you played this game much better than Wicked, and honestly, somebody who just watched you in a game you also made the end with, I think I've seen a complete 360 in the last year with how is in growth as you as a player, and I'm so proud of you. What do you want to say?
Nah, I had a great time meeting new people. I don't play minis often, but this mini was it was a good time. So I mean, some nights were long, 3 nights in a row. We all suffered together. I thought the whole mini was going to go to a crap show when Gabby hit the wrong button, but it was all good. We all enjoyed it. We all enjoyed it. But no, I had fun, especially with these 2. I was good losing to either one of them, but it was a great time.
Yes, but yeah. Congratulations.
I also think I played Wicked pretty good, but I got sniped. But that's fine. That's fine.
I
also
also
thought
thought
it
it
was
was
playing
Wicked.
I know
I never said it was bad. I just said it was
It wasn't
more
great.
better.
It wasn't great. I'm not gonna mince words. It wasn't great.
I just want to say after Codenames, I also thought it was all gonna go to shit. If it makes you feel better.
Well,
What, you didn't enjoy like an hour and like 40 minutes of Codenames? I thought that was a great time.
Most of it was my fault. Like I'll take that.
Not the end. Sorry.
I will say, once again, keep an eye out soon for, as you may know, Phantom of the Opera, her next long season applications. And I'll let you know this now. It'll be tentatively, we don't know what's going to happen after. I have a lot, if you know, after when Winners War is scheduled, I have a very, very busy schedule because I am getting married. But maybe radically back. But for now, that is our last newbie season. And that is if you have not played a long game or have won, you may participate.
And if you are on this cast and did not win this mini, you are eligible to apply.
Yes.
As long as you've not played a long season.
Yes, thank you, Kevin, for clarifying. But yeah.
So you
Julia,
mean I can't
you
play?
are eligible for Winners at War, however.
Yes, Julia does get to play in Winners at War. So
Seb, call me.
All right, once again, congratulations, Julia, and along with everyone on this cast for a fantastic 3 nights. And yeah, we'll say goodnight to YouTube for now.
Oh,
And
do we
will
want to
be-
do awards through YouTube?
I was just gonna let them do it. Let them do a little intimate moment. We can send it to VL, let them so we can
There's
chat.